Hello, and welcome to the IBML Virtual Roadshow for BPO customers showcasing the ibmlFUSiON, the world's fastest document scanner. I'm Lant Cotton, Vice President of Sales for the Americas, and I'm joined today by a few colleagues. Presenting today will be Chris Keller, Senior Account Executive, and Peter Taki, Senior Sales Engineer. I'm also joined by the product management team who will be monitoring the questions. Speaking of questions, throughout the webinar, you can submit questions via the Q&A button as shown on this slide. At the end, we hope to address most, if not all, questions, but feel free to submit them at any time. We're very excited to be sharing this time with you, and I appreciate your interest in joining us. The focus of the webinar will be to provide demonstrations and in-depth discussions specific to the ibmlFUSiON. But to get us started, I want to show a quick video on IBML, followed by a message from our President and CEO, Martin Birch.
In our fast-paced digital world, customer expectations are growing, while the volume of information coming at you every second is exploding. How can companies get ahead of this rising tide? Smarter digital transformation. ibml brings you game-changing intelligence at the speed of business to overcome these hurdles by allowing you to extract valuable information from your most complex documents. Now you can make the right decisions at exactly the right time to deliver better, faster, and smarter service that exceeds your customers' expectations. Through intelligent information capture, IBML is empowering enterprises to outperform and accelerating their operations with the latest science to power mission-critical applications by extracting information from any source of business input. Our relentless ambition to push the limits and innovate comes from our persistent desire to maximize your company's potential to achieve greatness. ibml, intelligence at the speed of business.
Hi, I'm Martin Birch, and I'm proud to be the CEO of IBML. Thank you for joining us at this event today. I wanted to share with you the story of ibmlFUSiON. Now, Fusion was conceived almost 3 years ago, and it had a very simple but effective brief. And the brief for Fusion was deliver the wow. Now, of course, it's a little more complex than that, but it's true to say that we started the process with a blank sheet of paper. It was a new process, a new design, and we started totally afresh. And the first thing we did was we listened. We listened to our customers, we listened to our partners, and we reached out and listened to industry champions in the world of finance, the world of BPO, in government, and in healthcare. And Fusion was then designed from the ground up. And it was designed to help our customers work better, to help our customers gain efficiencies by being able to work faster, to enable our customers to gain a competitive advantage, and most importantly, ibmlFUSiON was designed from the get-go with intelligence at its very core. Intelligence that will make your back-end processes more efficient. Now, IBML, we're on a journey. We are today a successful growing business. Our aim is to continue to innovate. We will deliver innovation and technologies that help your business. And Fusion is just the start. But boy, what a start. So a little bit about Fusion. Well, you know, in today's modern world where the speed and pace of change is accelerating, it's very hard for businesses to maintain a competitive advantage and stay ahead of the pack. Now with Fusion, you get that edge. ibmlFUSiON is not just the world's fastest, smartest scanning system, but it truly delivers intelligence at the speed of business.
Thank you, Martin, for that introduction. Thank you all for joining us today. For those of you that I haven't met before, I'm Chris Keller, Senior Account Executive here at IBML. One of our senior solutions engineers, Peter Taki, and I will be your host for the next 30 minutes or so. We'll be introducing you to the new ibmlFUSiON and how it can help you address your current and future capture needs. I'm sure a lot of you feel overwhelmed by the amount of information coming at you. That is certainly understandable. This caused us to look internally and ask ourselves, what could we do to improve the capture of information from paper? After a lot of research and engineering, we settled on a new design that we think addresses many of the current and future needs faced by organizations like yours. But before we get into the meat of what the Fusion is, let's talk a little bit about a few industry numbers. For years, the experts have been forecasting the end of paper as a method for conducting business. They've been accurate in some respects, but not so much in others. Despite all the predatory technologies that have enabled the reduction of paper for some business transactions, such as mobile capture, online payments, Venmo, Amazon, to name a few, on average, organizations expect the volume of incoming information to more than quadruple in the next 2 years. As the digital age advances, information growth is simply exploding. Is paper still prevalent? You better believe it. Organizations expect to have as much or more paper in 2 years than they do today. For most organizations, paper is still a significant media for the lines of business outlined in this slide, such as AP, patient records, legal records. And according to our friends at AIM, 72% of organizations say that scanning paper is still the most important part of their information capture strategy. But many organizations are only scanning after the fact, which prevents the data available at scan time from being used in critical decision making. Why? Because processing is too complicated. Many organizations, large and small, have built siloed operations, with each department often having their own document capture solutions, further adding to the cost and complexity. Today, we see many mailrooms are using a legacy scanner to process large items such as invoices and another separate device to process other documents, checks, coupons, envelopes, all within the same room doing the same thing, scanning documents. Operationally, this requires extra floor space for each scanner, separate maintenance contracts, multiple operators, and potentially separate IT overhead costs to maintain different software applications. All of this adds to the overall cost per item of document capture. In addition, you have pre-scanned manual sorting and prep, which can slow down the mailroom, reducing the volume that can be processed in a day. Besides being an inefficient process, there's worse news. Relying on devices that worked for you in the past seems like common sense, but a deeper analysis shows that this poses gigantic risks for the future of your organization. Why? Legacy technology and devices are being phased out or are no longer being manufactured, and their service contracts are expiring. If the devices you're currently relying on break and can't be fixed, you're in deep water. Angry customers, unexpected costs, and even reputational damage and lost revenues. So what if there was a better way? What if you had a solution that cleared away all of these problems? The expiring contracts, tedious labor, costly maintenance. Not only that, but a solution that allowed you to scan all the documents in your organization at the same time at faster speeds, while still saving money. And what if that same solution also provides better security in today's cybercrime environment, enabled faster prep and scan by allowing larger physical batches with fewer separator sheets, and also enabled a shared services environment serving multiple departments under the same umbrella? Well, all of that is possible. Introducing the ibmlFUSiON. ibmlFUSiON is a game changer for your industry. You just witnessed the fastest document scanner in the world at over 700 documents per minute. With its hybrid capabilities, you'll no longer have separate devices for separate processes. The Fusion is optimized to handle documents for all processes, from small to large documents at astonishing speed. The Fusion's advanced cameras and enhanced image processing give you higher speeds and accuracy, which means higher data extraction for top efficiency and performance. We'll have additional demos of the Fusion throughout this presentation, highlighting some specific details and applications you can run with the Fusion. As I mentioned already, but I think it's worth repeating, the ibmlFUSiON is the fastest scanner in the world with speeds up to 714 pages per minute or 938 checks per minute. This kind of speed means higher productivity, which opens up the opportunity to consolidate multiple business applications. One device for tax processing and return mail, one device for claims processing and AP processing, one device for all your document capture needs. So aside from being ridiculously fast, what else makes the Fusion different? Let's look at just some of the improvements we've made. With a 13.5-inch wide transport and a 12.9-inch wide field of view, the Fusion is able to handle a wider variety of documents, such as large envelopes. This extra space also improves skew correction, reducing the need for rescans and lost data, while improving productivity. The Fusion has next-generation camera technology, producing the fastest capture speeds and highest image quality on the market. So why is this good for you? Because better image quality leads to higher accuracy of downstream data extraction. Think customer name and address, line item invoice data, payee names. Faster image output ensures enhanced scanner throughputs and improved operational productivity. The latest technology also protects you from hardware obsolescence in the future, maximizing the value of your IBML investment. And let's not forget, the Fusion is the industry's only FAGI 3-star compliant high-speed scanner. The Fusion has track-wide ultrasonic detection with the ability to detect multi-feeds along the entire width of the transport with 6 ultrasonic sensors. Also, IBML's patent-pending envelope detection does not detect envelopes as double feeds, allowing envelopes to be used as transaction separators. We'll be using envelopes in one of the demos to break transactions shortly. So what does this mean for you? Catching double feeds at scan time reduces exception handling, improving throughput and productivity while reducing client-facing errors. Improved reliability delivers peace of mind by ensuring double feed exceptions are always detected. The Fusion detects multi-feeds even when document prep is not done properly. The Fusion has been engineered to the max. It has improved ergonomics for comfort, intuitive controls to simplify operator training and use, and a leading-edge industrial design, which is pleasing to the eye and will make a good impression with your current and prospective clients. There is a separate airflow for electronics, as you can see in purple, from the vacuum transport in green. So what does this mean? One of the enemies of electronics is dust, and as we all know, scanning paper generates a lot of dust, which creates heat and causes electronics to fail prematurely. The Fusion's compartmentalized airflow design separates the paper dust from the electronics, improving reliability and maximizes uptime. Let's look at why the Fusion is the perfect solution for BPO operations. With the Fusion, you'll be able to speed up information availability and increase operating margins, reduce pre- and post-scan costs and document capture process by easier document prep with left justified feeding, and post-scan costs by sorting documents, as well as attract sales with new offerings and consolidate efforts and lower costs by downsizing to one machine. Let's look at some of the key benefits of the Fusion and how it can help your organization. Consolidate to the one device that gives you the power and flexibility to accomplish numerous and diverse scanning applications on time and on budget. Accelerate to incredible maximum throughput speeds over 700 pages per minute, while intelligently capturing complex data sets for business-critical decisions, as well as outperform tight SLAs with the broad range of features and options on the new Fusion, keeping the paper moving and margins profitable. We're going to be demonstrating 3 specific application demos for claims processing, accounts payable, and surveys. Peter is going to give a demonstration now for claims processing running over 700 pages per minute. Peter, let's go ahead and start the claims processing demo.
Thanks, Chris. All right, like you said, I'm going to be doing 3 demos, specifically running different types of work. The first one's going to be claims. Take my documents, I'll load them into the feeder, select the claims job. Now, the mix of work I'm going to be running on here is going to be a mixture of CMS 1500s and UB92s. This job is going to be running at 125 inches per second, capturing the front and rear, JPEG, TIFF with dropout, and at speeds of about 700 pages a minute. As always, you can still keep the scanner going. We can backfill while we're running. All right. Thank you very much, Chris. I'm going to turn it back over to you for a second.
Thanks, Peter, for that claims demo. As you saw, that was claims documents, HCFAs and UBs, being captured in not only color, bitonal TIFF, as well as red dropout, being identified as HCFAs and UBs at scan time at over 700 pages per minute. You witnessed Peter backfilling the machine, which maximizes productivity. With larger batches, you're able to reduce prep and scan time by cutting the number of times operators have to stop and wrap up a batch. As the industry moves steadily towards commingled processing environment, building virtual batches, the Fusion's inline intelligence will provide the front-end capture of critical information to ensure the accuracy of this shift in processing. Peter's now going to demonstrate an accounts payable solution where envelope detection will be highlighted by its use to break transactions. Peter?
All right. Demo number 2, accounts payable. This one's going to be slightly different. We're going to be running at 83 inches per second, capturing at 300 DPI. I'm going to use the envelopes to break our transactions, so no more separator sheets in this job. I'm going to be running full page, invoices and checks and identifying those. So let's go ahead, new batch. Let's do there. Wait for the scanner to initialize. And we are go. As you see, no problem handling the intermixed work. We're taking the envelopes and we're breaking transactions, identifying the checks. I'm going to stop it right here for 1 second, because one subtle thing I do want to point out that you may not notice is this is our 3-frame scanner, and we have added the ability to make pocketing decisions on like checks. So now, if you have a lower speed remittance system, you can also outsort checks on the 3-frame. All right, Chris.
Thank you, Peter, for that demonstration. As you just saw, AP documents with envelopes, checks, full-page invoices being scanned at over 450 pages per minute, envelopes were being detected to break transactions, and checks were being identified and outsorted to a separate pocket from the remaining documents. The Fusion was developed to outperform other technologies through creative engineering and was designed to maximize uptime and operator productivity. It's also 5-way compliant and built to improve serviceability for the technicians that service and repair them when needed. There is no one thing that defines the Fusion as a game changer. It's the sum of all the features and benefits that place the Fusion above traditional platforms and ensure that your investment will return a strong ROI for the life of the product. And for our final scanning demonstration, Peter is going to run survey documents, such as ballots. Peter?
All right. All right, thank you. Like Chris said, one of our markets that we are seeing a lot of growth in is scoring, balloting, etc. I'm going to be running these documents. You'll see that these are longer. These are close to 20-inch documents. We're going to be scanning them at high speed, 125 inches per second, and pocketing them down there. So not only do we have the ability to run documents of multiple sizes, including the longer documents, but part of the reason we're so popular in the balloting survey is you notice these folds in the documents. Our cameras have two LED light strips going at different angles. So what that does is it helps illuminate those bends so that there is no shadowing along the creases while you're imaging. Thank you. Chris?
Thanks, Peter, for that demonstration. Again, as Peter pointed out, those documents were much longer than traditional documents, as well as having come out of envelopes with difficult folds, still able to process those at 125 inches per second. Peter will now show you some of the usability improvements in the new industrial design of the Fusion and walk through some of the unique features and benefits of the Fusion transport. After this final demo, we'll have some time for some questions that have come in, so you still have time if there are any questions you'd like to submit. Peter?
All right, everybody. I want to take a moment to more intimately discuss some of the hardware features of the ibmlFUSiON scanner. Starting here with our new feeder design, we've utilized a cantilever design, which allows us to keep the same amount of documents in the feeder area, but it gives us more real estate on the other side of the camera for processing images. Our picker adjustments, our feeder settings, are now snap to settings, and they're also at eye level, so the operator can see where they're at, adjust the belt pressures in between the different batches of work. We've added a nice drawer. In here you can store your consumables, some of your ink, snack if you get hungry. But I'm going to pull these documents out because the next thing I want to talk about is the new wider track. We've increased the camera field of view to 12.9 inches and also the track size. So now these A4 documents have plenty of room here on the non-registration side. You even have the ability to run something of this size down the track and capture the whole image. Next feature is our new ultrasonic bar that spans the whole width of the track. Under here, there are now 6 ultrasonic sensors, and that way, if there's a double feed anywhere along the registration, you can detect it. These are also configurable based on your job if you want to turn some on or off. As we move down to this part of the scanner, notice the LED light that goes all the way across. This not only looks good, but it also, if there's a stoppage, it indicates where that jam is on the track. Next feature is our inkjet. We have improved the height adjustment, making it click to, so that if you have thicker documents, you can adjust it quickly on the fly in a consistent manner. We've also increased the processor inside of there, so it is 300 DPI, and we've introduced an eco mode. So if you want to spray an audit trail, but you'd like to also conserve ink, you can spray at half the density. Next, our OLED lights. These allow operators to see them all the way from the other side of the scanner. You can read the messages, see what's going on in the pocket. Our pockets are now all motorized, still deep, high capacity. The motorized pocket, though, allows for a consistent stack across a wide range of thickness of documents. Last but not least, I always like to talk about our toe rest. As an operator and you're standing, you sometimes need to move around, adjust your position. This gives you that luxury. I'd like to thank y'all for taking the time walking through these hardware features with me.
The Fusion's available in multiple configurations. The 7300, which is ideal for basic inline processing needs, perfect for service bureaus or shared service environments with a wide range of workload types and volumes. The 7400, ideal for users who require sophisticated transaction processing and robust inline intelligence for rules-based processing, auto batching and auditing. Great for environments requiring reliable, intelligent transaction processing. And finally, the 7700, with really advanced sorting, is only necessary for certain environments and users where the highest level of intelligence is needed to sort high volumes of a multitude of document types. Consolidating everything and accelerating it requires high volume intelligence. IBML Capture Suite software enables best performance of device and supports all ibmlFUSiON scanner intelligence. It not only captures information and metadata, but also spots exceptions early in the process, such as missed signatures or unfilled critical fields. The combination of synergetics with Fusion provides you with the best-in-class synergies for automatic classification and data extraction of business documents, including unstructured forms and documents. Plus, bring all of your other electronic formats into the same process too, and extract information from mission-critical applications. So, as you can see, IBML put a lot of thought into the Fusion. Like it or not, paper continues to be a major information input stream for business. The Fusion will allow you to handle this information chaos and grow with you as your business needs change. From the 7300 to the 7700, the new hybrid scanner has it covered. It is crazy fast, has a unified infrastructure, and is future-proofed to change with the future of technology and your business. At this time, I'm going to invite Lant, and we'll see if we have any questions that have come in.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Lant.
Thank you for that. Yes, we did have a few questions. So I've got them written down here from the product team. The first one is, can the Fusion handle multiple size documents with checks within one batch?
Yes, as you noticed during the AP demo, there were checks in that batch, as well as envelopes of different sizes and full-page documents as well.
Okay. This one is from Fred. Will an ibmlFUSiON integrate within an existing image track environment? Can they coexist?
Yes, absolutely. The Fusion runs on SoftTrack Capture Suite, which is the same software that runs the ImageTrack 6, the ImageTrack 5, and previous models as well. So you would be able to integrate the Fusion into an environment with existing ImageTrack models.
Okay, the last one is somebody, let's see, I have two more. All right, so next to last one, somebody's throwing us a little curveball here. They said, we have not seen a jam during the demo. Can you show us a jam recovery now?
No, but Peter can.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. All right, good. I guess it's an encore for me here. All right, let's see. I'm not usually asked to make things jam, during demonstrations, but let's see what we can do. I will start that up. Let's grab some documents. I'm just going to go ahead. We're going to just run the claims job again. Make this go. And I'm going to go ahead and just manufacture a jam. All right, so our error was an unexpected document in pre-stacker 1, sensor 1, which is right here. This document was late because I obviously put my hand on the track. There's the indicator light for the operator. Now, to recover from that, they would just pick up, open track design, makes recovery an ease. And they go back to hand feeding. Good enough, guys?
Thank you, Peter, for that. Lant, what else do we have?
All right, we've gotten a couple more during our demonstration of the jam.
Some late-minute arrivals.
That's right. Let's see. Okay, from the image track, does the speed change with the DPI selected?
Yes, so comparatively, the image track at 200 DPI, the maximum speed was 83 inches per second, whereas with the Fusion, you can capture 200 DPI at 125 inches per second, which, as you saw previously, was over 700 pages per minute with 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. With 300 DPI, the maximum speed on the image track was 50 inches per second, and now it's 83 inches per second, so over 450 pages per minute at 300 DPI.
Okay. All right, so the last one then is from Sally. Has IBML shipped any Fusions?
As a matter of fact, we have. We've shipped close to 30 Fusions since its introduction earlier this year. So quite a few already out in the field in production. Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right.
I've got it from here. Thank you for your time and attention today. I hope you're excited about the Fusion and what it can bring to your operations. If you'd like additional information or you have any questions, please reach out to myself or your IBML account executive, and we'll be happy to talk with you about your specific needs.